Thank you, everybody, for spending the time with us. We're going to talk a little bit about learning the customer voice to increase pipeline. And we have an amazing panel here with Jillian, Amanda, Brooke, representing amazing companies like Conversica, Outreach, and Lead IQ. Thank you, everybody, today. Let's just start it off by what do we mean, right? Voice of the customer. We hear that a lot. What does that mean to you at your particular organization? And how do you implement it where you are today?
I mean, we're just seeing a continued rise in the need for personalization, and we can't use like cookie cutter scripting or talk tracks for every customer and industry that we call into. And as a high growth company, when it comes to like learning the voice of your customer, number one is just teach your reps how to have human conversations with business people around what matters to them. And then make a concerted effort to like get to know their business. Like if we're defining what voice of the customer means, just means to me, meeting your prospects where they are and not trying to like square peg round hole script them to death.
I think to kind of piggyback on that, I think that it's really like speaking your customer's language. At a tech company, those folks are going to talk a little bit differently than marketing and sales folks at a manufacturing company. They use their kind of similar lingo, but they might mean different things when they say it. And so just understanding like the context in which somebody is using language and making sure that you're kind of meeting them where in the place that they're familiar and you're using the right terms in the right context.
Verbiage is so siloed based on each function. So sales has their own lingo, marketing has their own lingo. One asset I always make when I join a company for teams is really this like persona grid. And so I always isolate like the personas that we're going after, and I have different buckets. And one of them is what do they care about? So like what is important to them? What is their day-to-day job? But the other two things that I try to help coach teams to think about are what keeps that person up at night and how does that person get promoted? Because to me, that's like intrinsically understanding the voice of your customer and the language that they speak every day.
Yeah, so it's like meeting them where they're at, having a shared common language and values, but also shared goals, right? Like what you mentioned, Jillian, if you're invested into your customers' success as a company, but also as an individual, you're meeting them at a different level than somebody coming in with a very templated approach.
Yeah,
totally.
I worked at agencies to start my career. We worked with higher education institutions, and a lot of the competition were very traditional agencies that came in and they talked about leads, right? They talked about signups, but higher education institutions don't speak in that language. They talk about enrollments and applications, so on and so forth. And we would win deals just by using that shared common language compared to everybody else. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to build trust, right? Authentic trust.
Thank you for listening to Sales Secrets with Brandon Bornancin. If you enjoyed the show, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss an episode that drops on the daily. Your success is our success. This show is sponsored by Seamless.AI, the world's best sales leads. Get direct dials, emails, and cell phones for anyone in seconds. Request an invite to join for free at Seamless.AI. That's Seamless.AI.